Hello friends, Tanya this side. Welcome to Professional Viewers. I hope you are doing well. Today's topic is difference between Mitaksha and Dayabhaga School. Let's start with the topic. Firstly, I will tell you the one fact that what is the origin of Hindu law. The term Hindu is of foreign origin, as it was used to designate the people living at the east of Hindu River. Etymologically, the term Hindu was applicable to all the inhabitants of India, irrespective of caste and creed. It doesn't matter that what was the caste and creed of the person, but the term Hindu was applicable to all the inhabitants of India. In course of time, term Hindu associated with religion. There are two schools of Hindu law which widened the scope of Hindu law and explicitly contributed to its development. There are two main schools of Hindu law. That first is a Mitaksha school and second is a Dayabhaga school. Let's begin with the difference between two. Firstly, on the basis of its applicability, this school, Mitaksha school, is applicable in whole part of India except Bengal and Assam, whereas Dayabhaga school is predominantly prevailed in West Bengal and Assam. Second difference on the basis of its where it owes its name. It owes its name from Vijaneshwara commentary on Yajnavalkya Smriti by name of Mitaksha, whereas Dayabhaga school owes its name from Jinuda Vahan digest on leading Smriti by name of Dayabhaga. Now, the third difference on the basis of jurisdiction. Mitaksha school has a wide jurisdiction, as where the Dayabhaga school is silent and on any subject matter, then Mitaksha school prevails. Dayabhaga school has limited jurisdiction and it deals only with partition, inheritance and joint family. Now, on the basis of classification, Mitaksha school is classified into Banaras Hindu Law School, Mithila School, Maharashtra Hindu Law School, Punjab Hindu Law School and Madras Hindu Law School. Whereas Dayabhaga school classified into Dayatatya, Virmitrodaya, Dataka Chandrika. Then, in relation to joint property, the fifth difference on the basis of right to ancestral property. In Mitaksha school, right to ancestral property right arises by birth. Hence, the son becomes the co-owner of the property sharing similar rights as father. But after the Hindu Succession Amendment Act 2005, daughter has also the same rights as son and become the co-owner according to section 6. In Dayabhaga school, this right is given only after the death of the last owner. Then sixth difference on the basis of right of alienation. In the Mitaksha school, father does not possess the absolute right to alienate the property, as the son also becomes the co-owner of the property sharing the similar rights as father. Whereas in Dayabhaga school, the father has absolute right alienate the ancestral property as he is the sole owner of that property during his lifetime. Now, the seventh difference on the basis of right to ask for partition. In Mitaksha school, son attains the right to become the co-owner of the property, hence also has the right even against the father to demand his share. Whereas in Dayabhaga school, son has no right to ask for the partition of ancestral property against his father. Next difference on the basis of interest of the member. In Mitaksha school of Hindu law, survivorship rule is prevalent in case of any member of joint family is there shall pass to other member of the family. Whereas in Dayabhaga school of Hindu law, the interest of the member on their death shall pass on their heirs and the survivorship rule is not prevalent in Dayabhaga school. The survivorship concept means the power of the successor of the deceased to acquire the property of that individual upon his or her death. The next difference is on the basis of respect of law of succession. The law of inheritance based on the principle of propinquity. The principle of propinquity means that who is near to the blood relationship. Firstly, class 1 hires, then class 2 hires, then agnates, then cognates, and the last is government. Whereas in Dayabhaga school, the law of succession based on the principle of spiritual benefit and religious efficiency means one who conferred more religious benefit, deceased entitled to inheritance in preference to the other who conferred less spiritual benefits. The conferment of the religious benefit based on the doctrine of Pind Dadan. The next difference is on the basis of in respect to law of joint family. In Mitaksha school of Hindu law, it propounds the doctrine of sons. It consists of 4 generations, includes great-grandfather, grandfather, father and son. Makes a 4 generation and it found in Mitaksha school of Hindu law. Whereas in Dayabhaga school, the doctrine of son is not exist and the devolution of property by survivorship not found place in Dayabhaga school of Hindu law. The next difference in respect of co-partnership. In Mitaksha school of Hindu law, the co-partnership is a narrower body as it consists of 4 generations: great-grandfather, grandfather, father and son. But after the Hindu Succession Amendment Act 2005, the daughter also becomes the co-owner of the property and has the same rights as the son according to section 6, clause 1, subclause A. Whereas in Dayabhaga school of Hindu law, it does not consist any 4 generation as a body of a co-partner. In this, co-partnership comes into the existence for the first time on the death of the father, and only after the death of his father, son inherit their father's property. So, in the Mitaksha school of Hindu law, it is based on the principle of ownership by birth, whereas Dayabhaga school of Hindu law, based on the principle of ownership by death. That is for today. Thank you and have a nice day. Bye bye.